Is sheltering in place in your house starting to feel like a nightmare? Then you need my top 5 favorite stories that'll have you saying, at least I don't live there. From crazy families to haunted houses, these 5 novels are going to make our stay-at-home order look like a cakewalk. Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm the marketing manager here at Watermark Books and Cafe, and this is Book Broadcast. For most of us introverts, the idea of sheltering in place with a good book sounded like a great idea, at least at first. Now that we've all been stuck inside with loud families, endless home DIY projects, and for some of us, some really passive-aggressive cats, it's starting to make us all go a little stir-crazy. So, to make us all feel better about our stay-at-home situation, I collected my 5 favorite novels that are going to give everyone a new perspective. Because no matter how hard we have it, at least our house isn't haunted. Number 5 on my list is The Escape Room by Megan Goldin. It doesn't technically take place in a house, but you're still not going to want to be trapped in it. In her riveting debut novel, these 4 investment bankers are trapped in the tiny confines of this overheated elevator, and throughout the evening, their deep dark secrets and all their primal natures are forced to the surface as their survival in this little escape room becomes very questionable. Behind the scenes, someone is pulling all of the strings, and they are determined to make sure that these people leave the elevator changed, if they leave at all. Trust me, you are not going to want to put this down until you have unraveled every little bit of the mystery. Plus, after you're trapped in the elevator with these people for a while, you're going to really appreciate that 6 feet of social distance. Number 4 on the list is Crooked House by AgathChristie. This is one of my absolute favorite AgathChristie novels. It takes place in this sprawling, ramshackle mansion and is centered on this wacky big family and the murder of their patriarch. If you liked the movie Knives Out, you are going to love this. It also has this eccentric cast of characters and an outsider tasked with solving the murder. He's trying to figure out, was it this man's widow who's 50 years his junior and she's trying to get her freedom? Or is it one of his many strange children trying to cash in on their inheritance early? I'll let you guys find out. Plus, by the time you finish this book, your family is bound to look normal by comparison. The next book on my list is House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. This one is a little bit difficult to explain, but what I can give you is the setup. A young family moves to a secluded house on Ash Tree Lane in some undisclosed state, and while they're trying to set up their new, quiet life, they discover that the measurements on the outside of their house are smaller than the measurements on the inside of their house. And thus, with this eerie first revelation, begins their spiral into the abyss. The book is told from fragments of an investigation and footnotes from an unstable young man, and it's complete with colored words and spiraled pages, and all in all, it is a chilling and unforgettable experience. Plus, by the end of it, you're going to really appreciate how your house obeys the laws of physics. Have you ever been so afraid of a book that you had to hide it under your bed? Well, with number 2 on our list, my friend Louisa had to do just that. She was too terrified to finish it, but she was too enthralled not to. Byrd Box follows our main character as she is forced to shelter in place with a group of strangers when the world is under siege by some invasive species that drives anyone who lays eyes on it completely insane. Forced into darkness, faced with the difficult challenge of deciding who she can and cannot trust, our heroine must adapt to survive, not only for herself, but for her unborn child. This is an absolute thrilling read. You will be glued to the pages. Plus, by the end of it, you're going to be really thankful for all the things that we still have, like the ability to take a walk. Obviously, number 1 on my list had to be The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. Published in 1959, it is still continually hailed as the greatest haunted house story ever told. I personally never knew that a book could scare you until I read this one. It's set in the notoriously spooky Hill House, where 4 relative strangers come together for one life-changing visit. There's a paranormal scholar who's looking for proof of a haunting and his flighty assistant. There's an enigmatic, fragile young woman who has clearly some sort of history with spirits, and the future heir of Hill House. What none of these people have realized is that Hill House isn't just your average spooky house. It is almost certainly alive. And now that they're all there, it's starting to wake up. You will appreciate your house so much more after spending just one night within the pages of Hill House. Are you ready to start loving your non-haunted home again? You can grab copies of these books and many more by giving us a call or ordering online at watermarkbooks.com.